Alright, so I want to make a video because yesterday was kind of a frustrating day where Buddy and Stewart, they were getting into a fight. And if you don't follow my Google Plus, I'll explain what happened. Is that normally with Buddy and Stewart, normally they would bother each other for a while and they would go their separate ways. They would never fight for a long time, but yesterday was very different from any other day. Stewart was mounting Buddy, and it looked like he was being aggressive towards him. He would not leave Buddy alone. Buddy would try going into his igloo. Stewart would chase him out, and Buddy would have to fight his way out. And then he tried going in Stewart's little hidey, and Buddy got cornered again by Stewart, and Buddy had to fight his way out again. He was going under the ramps, and Stewart again was cornering him and mounting him, and Buddy was nipping at his fur and trying to get him to stop. But Stewart would not stop, and he kept cornering Buddy, and Buddy was chattering loudly, and he was just trying to stop him from doing anything that could be worse. And excuse me. And I just really couldn't take it seeing them because I knew it was going to get worse. And so I decided that enough's enough. They're not going their separate ways. And yeah, and I just had to separate them. I couldn't do anything. Buddy Bear, no flipping your food. You want some more food? Buddy likes to flip his food bowl when he doesn't have enough food. No, you just want to bring it to you. So yesterday I put Buddy back in his old, pet store cage, and I know people don't use them, and I know that. And I just had them separated overnight. Stewart was pacing around, he was squeaking, he was confused, but Buddy seemed a lot happier. And so I just got back from school, and I just put this grid over. So Buddy has his own little space, and then Stewart has all this space along with the top level. I might expand it a teeny bit more, maybe, but they had to be separated, and if I didn't, I knew there would be bloodshed. Because the biggest problem with these two, I'm not saying they completely hate each other, but they do have that love-hate relationship, definitely. But the thing is, Stewart being a young pig, I think he's 8 or 9 months old. 9 months, yeah. Stewart is 9 months old, and he's gonna be 1 in December. I'm not sure where in December, but just counting back when I got him, of the 6 months, he was a December baby. And, Buddy's the old guinea pig. He's 8 years old. He's going to be 9 in October. And Buddy's very assertive. He does have a very sweet personality. He lets you kiss him and all that stuff. He's very tolerant. Sometimes he's tolerant with Stewart, but sometimes he's not. And I think, because I know this with, a couple things, I think it's because with younger guinea pigs, not all guinea pigs will get along, but I'm hoping these two will get along again, because if they were together once, I'm hoping it can again. But, what was I gonna say? I think it's because since Stewart is still kind of a baby and he's hormonal, probably, I think that has something to do with it, is why he's trying so hard to be the top pig. And Buddy does not want that. I think Buddy wants to be the top pig because he's older, but so does Stewart because he's younger, and he probably sees Buddy, oh, you're old, your health is going to go downhill, and so I'll be able to take over because you're going to get weaker. And Buddy shows no sign of stopping, of being old. Like, he still does quite a few things. Like, he doesn't popcorn really. I'm not saying he's happy, but I mean, Buddy's pretty good. But he just doesn't popcorn as much because he's old. But I mean, Stewart is like, you saw him biting the bars and that. But I kept them like this because I know this is going to be the best thing. So Stewart doesn't get too upset about Buddy, leaving. And, they can still see each other. But until this dies down, the drama between these two, because there's always drama with these guys every day, I'm hoping it can die down and I can get Buddy to be Buddy again. Making sure Stewart's not eating the zip ties. And there goes Stewart's cage biting. But yeah, I know another thing. When two guinea pigs want to be dominant and neither of them backs down, there will be a fight. And that's literally the situation with Buddy and Stewart. They both don't want to back down. And it was pretty scary to see that their fight was only progressing and getting worse by the second, and it was just horrible and hard to watch. I cried when I had to separate them because it's like they were a decent pair, not the best, but they were okay. What else? I think it's also because they're Heidi's. They would be right next to each other. So until Buddy and Stewart look like they can be together again, I'm going to have Stewart's, or maybe Stewart's stuff over here, maybe. And I'm going to have Buddy's stuff all the way over here, because Stewart will still have this, because Buddy never uses the ramps. And I'm going to have their stuff on separate sides of the cages. I have this little willow bridge thing. It's kind of tiny, but Stewart could use this. I might adjust it to see if I can make it bigger. And then I got, willow. Well, it's not willow. I got this Timothy Hay little tunnel thing, and I put a liner in it so the bottom won't get ruined, and I put some fleece in it so that when Buddy uses it, he just he won't destroy it. So they both have, tunnels now with 2 entrances, and they're keeping their, Heidi's. And I'm really hoping that these guys can bond well again. So I'm really hoping so, because it just breaks my heart to know that these guys were a pair, but the dominance, they both want to be the top pig, and they can't. Both of them can't, and they don't know what to do. And this is a 2 feet by 4 feet cage. But, I mean, when, Stewart and Buddy did have to cool off from, them bothering each other, sometimes Stewart would go up here, and Buddy would, of course, he stays down here. And also there was a food area that I removed because Buddy would get his foot caught trying to get to the food, because he'd have to jump. And when Stewart would chase him, I don't want Buddy to injure his foot by accident. But these are their current situation right now. I think I'm going to expand this a little more because it seems a teeny bit small. I bet Stewart wouldn't mind. I could always put his water bottle on top if needed. Or like somewhere over there. But I'm really hoping for the best for these guys, because it's just a horrible thing to know that I had to separate these two. And I'm just hoping for the best, and yeah. It's hard owning males because, but I'm always hoping for the best for these two. And just gonna have to see and wait and see if these guys will like each other again. Alright, I think that's it. What Stewie? Stewie? Nice, Stew. You gotta be good. Beer Bob, what the heck is that? I know, buddy. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Alright? It's gonna be okay, baby. Right? Alright, I think we're gonna leave it off here, huh, Bubby? Yeah? Yeah. Alright, goodbye, guys.